My name is Carla. I'm a student at Eastern Connecticut State University. I'm majoring in new media studies with a concentration in communications and a minor in film. I'm also playing around with the idea of double concentrating with digital media design and adding a second minor in computer science. I did a dual enrollment program in high school called Early College, in which my high school campus was on the community college grounds, and I took both college and high school classes the first 2 years, and then the second 2 years were all college classes that would count for high school and college credit, so long as I took the test and passed them, of course. So I have an associate's degree in arts and I have an associate's degree in science. I graduated high school in 2015. I had to take a few gap years because even though I got accepted into this school, like my top school, I couldn't afford it. I got into UNC Wilmington, and there weren't any scholarships that were significant enough at the time that I would have been able to attend realistically. 3 years is a long time when you're going through them, and especially whenever you kind of set up your life to, stay moving, keep busy, So the entire time that I was out of school, I was, of course, looking for other scholarships and different opportunities, but I really did feel like I was stuck, I was trapped in a situation that I had no idea how to get out of, and the only thing I had control over was what I did with my time, right? Like, I could either sit there and be upset about it, which I was, but I realized I could also be doing something more productive, or if not productive, at least fulfilling. So I started selling art, which actually came around as a bit of an unintended blessing. It wasn't until senior year of high school, I think, that I really got back into art. I would make like little paintings for my friends and stuff, which I really only started doing after I joined acrylics, which was the art club on campus. There was a $5 joining fee, so I was like, hey mom, dad, can I have $5? It was my senior year. Acrylics held an art auction, and so I put in a few pieces into the art auction, and they all sold. Granted, one of them was my father who bought it, and he bought these little miniatures that I made that my family fell in love with, and that's really where that started. So I went to the store one day and I saw a sweatshirt that had like angel wings on the back, and it was nice, but it was also kind of expensive, and I didn't entirely love the design, because I had recently seen a picture of somebody who'd gotten an anatomically correct angel wing tattoo, and it was the wing on the back, but it was also on the guy's arm, and so when he stretched his arm out, it looked like the wings and completed, fully outstretched, like the arm was a part of the wing, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I went and I bought a plain white hoodie at the store, and I bought black paint, black acrylic paint, and I cleared the floor. I sat on the kitchen floor, laid out the hoodie, sketched it out I sketched it out on tracing paper first, and so then I mapped it out on the actual hoodie in chalk, and I just started painting. And on the front, I had written I had written a quote from Supernatural, since one of the characters was an angel and I was super into the show at the time. So I wrote a quote on the front of it in the font and the style of the letters on the show, and I posted it online, and I got more interaction than I'd ever gotten on any picture through the hashtags. So it wasn't just my followers, it was random people that didn't follow me at all that had liked the picture and commented on it that they would buy it, that they wanted one. And at this point I was like, I just made this for me, I just posted it because I thought people would like it. I hadn't ever considered selling this. And so people started requesting things that were kind of in their style, and that's what people came to me for. Things that I could make that they either had seen or that they wanted, or they had come up with, that they wanted in their style, but they didn't want to make themselves or like order it like custom designed from some random printer. Instead, they were coming to me to paint it for them. So this is a supernatural one that I did that I ended up keeping. A lot of the ones that I keep are tests on new fabric. This one's Back to the Future. But yeah, everything is done in acrylic paint. Cut. This is a logo tee from a logo I designed for myself. This one's nice. This is a reference for a short film that I did with some friends, and I made it for them to all have as a thank you for helping me out. So I started selling shirts and hoodies mostly, and I really found a good little circle of people who started buying art from me and telling their friends about it. At some point I started painting hats and people started buying hats, and of course people always kept going back to canvas art, right? Especially whenever like they were moving, going off to college. This is my collection of art supplies. There's more, but this is what I use mostly. I usually paint with acrylics, and these are the colors I've been using recently. Here I have different brush packs of different sizes, different types, different things, and this I got as a gift as I did the art trunk as well, actually. My friends are clearly very supportive of what I do. The best thing that came out of it wasn't a new business venture or a clientele, but kind of just the knowledge that it's not about having a backup option or, you know, having an alternative to what you actually want to do, but it is a good thing to kind of hone in on your skills and develop them and see where they take you, because like I said, this was a hobby that I'd left behind and it was brought back into my life, and I was able to do something with it, make something out of it. And for the 3 years that I was out of school, you know, at first it was frustrating because I felt like I didn't have anything to do and I felt like I wasn't doing enough. But I found ways to keep myself busy, and that was one of them. I had to find something to do, you know. I've never been the type to just kind of sit back and let life unfold. I like to be involved in like looking for ways to keep growing and learning. And here we are.